Congressman Bobby Rush has been one of the pillars of the Illinois congressional delegation since 1993. But today he announces he will not run for re-election next year. Rush's political story started long before his 30-year run in Congress. Back in the 1960s, Rush was a civil rights activist and he helped found the Illinois Black Panther Party. And joining us now is retiring Congressman Bobby Rush, a Democrat from Chicago's South Side. Congressman Rush, thank you so much for being here. And first off, we know that a week or so ago you were diagnosed with COVID. You are a cancer survivor. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, I feel just great. Well, yesterday I had my seventh day test, and I tested negative. So I feel just great. I had very little to no symptoms of the virus, and so I feel wonderful, Paris.
And that's good to hear. And you've noted that you are vaccinated, so might have contributed to thankfully mild symptoms. You know, you mentioned that you are stepping down at the end of your term. You want to spend more time with your grandchildren. There is still some unfinished business. Number one, the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act, for which you are a sponsor. It sailed through the House but stuck in the Senate. What's going to happen with that?
We're going to pass it. I talked to the speaker on yesterday, and when I informed her that I was going to not seek re-election, and first, I'm not retiring. I'm returning. So I want to make sure I get that straight. But when I spoke to the speaker, I told her that my priority for the next year would be to pass the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act. And she said, well, you got our support. We're going to do all that we can to put that on the president's list so it can become law. As you know, Paris, the Congress have tried for the last 125 years to pass an anti-lynching bill with no result. And so now we have an opportunity to get this passed. We passed it out of the House in the last session of Congress. It languished in the Senate and it died in the Senate because of one senator. So we think that we might be able to get it out now.
Obviously a priority of yours before you step down. That senator you're referring to, Republican Rand Paul from Kentucky. Also, your chamber, the House, passed voting rights legislation. And now there's talk in the Senate from Senate Leader Chuck Schumer about getting rid of the filibuster in this instance for voting rights. Do you think that will happen?
I believe that it will. I know that there's a commitment from the majority leader in the Senate and enough Democratic members of the Senate to do some amendments to the filibuster. So I certainly think that we're going to pass the Voting Rights Act between now and probably the spring.
And of course, abolishing the filibuster in the Senate would mean it would just need a simple majority of 51 senators to pass. Let's talk about a little history here, Congressman. Back in 2000, you remember very well, a young upstart named Barack Obama thought he could challenge you. Take a look at our candidate forum from that era.
One of the things that I think we need as we enter into the new millennium is somebody who's got the skill set required not only to deal with government, but also to be able to put government programs together with non-for-profits and the private sector to make things work for people in the district.
Congressman. I just like to say this. I mean, I really have a lot of respect for both of my challengers. That's why I'm working so hard. But, you know, they have a record. I mean, Senator Barack, he represents a part of Inglewood. His district has always been in Inglewood. Inglewood's always been in this district. What has he done?
Congressman, we all know this story. The then state senator lost very badly to you in that congressional primary. What was your relationship like after that?
Oh, we had a great relationship. There were some friends who made a point to intentionally bring us together, and we settled the score. I mean, you can disagree, but you don't have to be disagreeable. And both Senator Barack and later President Barack, we worked on a number of things in common and shared a lot of hard work together and walked down the same path together because we are concerned about people. Before he even announced, before he made his final decision to run for president, he asked me to come by, and I went by, and he asked me for my advice. Pointedly, he asked, "Do you think I should run for the presidency?" And I gave him my heartfelt answer. I told him, I said, "Senator, if you don't run now, you will always regret it for the rest of your life. So I would advise you to run now so that you will have no regrets." And I thought that my answer to his question helped him to make a decision to run for president. And he did some remarkable work as president. We still got a lot. We still got a lot to do, but we are forever grateful to him and to Michelle for giving us 8 years of productive government.
Certainly quite a story and a relationship between the two of you. As we mentioned at the top, we all know that you co-founded the Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party in the 60s. You were very close to Fred Hampton. I'm wondering if you could describe for us what this journey has been like, going from someone who fought against the quote-unquote system from the outside to, for many decades now, being inside that system, trying to create change.
Well, the one thing that you may know, Paris, or you might not know, the Black Panther Party never viewed itself as being outside of the system. We knew that the only way that you could bring forth progress was to be inside the system and to really focus on and highlight and intensify the contradictions within the system. During my tenure in the Black Panther Party, we certainly fed hungry children with the free breakfast for children program. We did a number of things. We always fought for the constitutional rights of poor and oppressed people, particularly African Americans. We always put ourselves in the forefront of challenging police brutality and murder. And we did that by registering people to vote, by organizing campaigns for community control of police. And we had free busing programs. All these were programs within the system to transform the system.
So you've basically you've been doing different variants of the same work for the better part of 6 decades. And Congressman,
all my life, the way I view my life and my involvement in public service, I view my life as in layers. It's like a cake. You keep adding the layers on to a cake until you finally decide to put the icing on the cake. Well, I've added different layers to my life, and right now I'm at a point where I've decided to put the icing on the cake.
And Congressman, you're not gone yet, because you got another year left, and we look forward to more discussions with you before you step down at the end of your term. But for now, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so very much, Paris. Good seeing you again.
And good to see you as well.